Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Nev here. Lovely to see you and for you to see me, hopefully. It's quite nice to come on sometimes and just show my face. I do it periodically. If you're new to the channel, then thank you so much for popping on and having a reading with me. And if you are somebody that comes back time and again and listens to my readings, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for that. So thank you for showing your support. And I wanted to hop on today because today's reading, I suppose, is a little bit more sensitive than maybe some other readings. And I did actually put, the reason why it came about was because I put a post, for those that didn't read my post, I posted a survey and I asked people what they wanted as the next reading. And this was the one that seemed to be kind of come out on top after about, I think it was about a day of voting. So I just thought, okay, well, I'll just do this one. And it's basically looking at your person and we're asking, why is this person still silent? So it's obviously some sort of no contact situation. Why are they still silent? Why aren't they communicating? Why aren't they reaching out? And should you hold on or let go of this relationship, this connection? So obviously that is a little bit of a sensitive subject, and I don't really know, as any reader, I don't know what cards are going to come out. I can't preempt that. But obviously my job is to read the cards as truthfully and as honestly as I can, and convey those messages, hopefully in a sensitive way, but as predominantly, and that's what's really important to me, to say it honestly as I see it. So if you're in a sort of like place where you're maybe feeling a little bit, a little bit fragile today, or you really want it to go a certain way and to have a certain message, I don't want you to feel, disappointed if you don't get that, or upset if you don't get that. So I just wanted to give this kind of little trigger warning and say, look, just, if you're going to go into this reading, as much as I'd love you to listen to my readings all the way through if you can, I love that. But most importantly, I just want you to be, to look after yourself and to care for yourself, and to be mindful maybe of how you're feeling today, and, how open you are to the fact that there might be messages there telling you, for example, to let the situation go, and you're kind of really hoping that it's going to say hold on. So I just want to kind of put that out there. I just wanted to say that openly and frankly at the start, face to face if you like. But most importantly, I hope you find the reading helpful. I hope you find it useful. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, then don't be shy. Show some love. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave a comment. All of that stuff is gratefully received. And it really does boost me up, and helps the channel to move forward, kind of puts it out a bit more, helps the channel to grow. So yeah, I'd love it if you did that for me. But let's get straight to the reading, and I'll see you soon. See you really soon, rather. Bye for now. Okay guys, so here are the 3 piles to choose from. You've got pile number 1, which is a card that says boundaries. And that is card number 1, and that is with the Rhodonite stone. So there you go, that's your Rhodonite there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very pretty stone actually. And then you have pile number 2, which is the initiation card. There we go, and that's with the Amethyst. And then pile number 3 is the card that says Threshold, and that's with the black Obsidian, or the Obsidian stone here. Alright, so those are your 3 piles. Just go for the one that you feel the most drawn to, and you might be drawn to more than one pile. I always say that. I know that I'm often drawn to more than one pile when I listen to readings. It just might mean you've got messages in more than one pile. But I'll see you really soon in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose the pile with the card that has boundaries on it, and it says your boundaries are yours to defend. Okay, and we're looking, aren't we, at why is your person still silent, And should you hold on or let go of this connection? So this is your main card, boundaries, okay? All right, and then we also have the rhodonite here. So this is the stone that you picked. So let's put our rhodonite here so we can see it. Oh, just about there actually. Actually, I might put it on the card. That might be easier, mightn't it? How is everyone? I hope you're all doing really, really well. Hopefully you won't hear too much background noise. My son's staying with me at the moment. I've got the washing machine going on, but I'm trying to block out all the noise as much as I can. So I apologise if you do hear the odd bit that comes through. But anyway, yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Sending you lots of love and light as always. Reminding you, of course, that it is a general reading, so just play the messages that resonate. And it's timeless, so it should be good for whenever you pick this up or whenever you find it. But let's get straight to it. So we're going to start off by asking, you know, why is this person, I'm assuming it's like a no contact situation at the moment, you know, why are they still silent? Why don't they reach out? Why aren't they connecting with you? Why aren't, you know, what's stopping them from doing that? What are the blocks to that? So let's ask, so why is this person, for part number 1, why is their person still silent? Why are they not reaching out? Why are they not connecting with pile number 1? What is going on with them? Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. Okay, so let's put that there for the minute. So jump to any conclusions until we have some other cards. So why are they still silent? Let's see if we're going to have one of these ones. So why is pile number 1's person still silent? Why are they not reaching out? Why are they still silent? Why are they not reaching out? Go the distance. Okay, so we've got to go the distance. Let's get out. Now these message cards are blocks to love. So we can get out one of these. So why is this person not reaching out? Why are they still silent? Fear of vulnerability. Okay, fear of vulnerability. Let's get out the tarot. So why is pile number 1's person still silent? Why are they not reaching out, please? We have Page of Wands, the 4 of Swords. These two here. We've got the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And the Star. Oh, I need to just cover that up actually. I'm just going to cover that up so we don't get that on camera. Let me put that here. So let us see. So what I'm seeing in terms of zodiac signs are all of the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Then we've got we have Libra energy, as well as Pisces, and actually all of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces there. So some of those star signs might mean something to you. I've just got to be honest here, pile number 1. I think the reason why they're silent at the moment or they're not reaching out is because there seems to be another person in this situation for them. I don't know if you heard my introduction, but I did say, you know, this is quite a sensitive topic, so you know, just be ready to all the messages that might come through. And I think the reason, I'm just going to say it here, I think there is someone else that they are focused on at the moment, or they would like to be focused on at the moment. There's somebody, I feel like there might be somebody else that is making them feel happy, or is kind of like distracting, or has their attention really over you, over your relationship with them. Yeah, so they're more focused on something or someone else. Okay, so they've shifted their focus. And I think with the boundaries here, they are wanting to create a boundary for you and for them, right? For that kind of relationship. I think they're wishing and dreaming and hoping. They've kind of got all their focus, if you like, on something else. And the Four of Swords makes me feel that they are wanting a break from the relationship with you. They're wanting respite from that. They feel, I feel like they feel as if this break is what they need, is what they want, is what they require, really. And actually, what they're looking for is, it could be somebody specific here with the Queen of Cups, so their focus is specifically on something else, or they're wanting a more kind of loving connection, and at the moment they're feeling that they're not going to get that from the connection that they have with you. And I've just got to be honest, I think that's why they are silent, because they need a disconnect, they need a rest, they need respite from the relationship in order to feel happy, and in order to focus on kind of new love for themselves. I feel like there is, with the Cupid and everything, I feel like there is a desire on their part to create new love, and that, with the Star here, is what they're hoping for. And I think they're thinking that separation from you is going to help them to heal, it's going to help them to feel more rested, it's going to help them to feel better. And that's where they're at right now. Okay, so I've just got to be honest with you there. It could have been as well that being, that they felt vulnerable with you, that they felt that maybe the relationship was too difficult for them or too challenging for them, or it was causing them stress, right? It was causing them stress, it was causing them problems, and the best way forward is to create a boundary and to move forward in life in terms of meeting someone else or being with somebody else or connecting and creating a connection or love elsewhere. And I'm just going to read the cards as I see them, to be honest, pile number 1. So I just wanted to put that out there for you so that I could let you know honestly what I'm seeing. So let's, that's where they're at the moment. So we don't know whether that's going to last. You don't know whether that's just kind of a momentary thing. Maybe that's just something they're feeling. I don't know how far along you are in this no contact situation, whether you've been separated for a long time or whether you've just separated or you just started to have no contact. It could be as well that it's like maybe a third party situation here, and this person has decided to focus in on the other person. Maybe it's a marriage, maybe it's a long-term relationship, and they've decided to retreat from you. And that is why they're staying silent. Maybe they're wanting to repair the connection that they are in. If it's a third party, the other connection, maybe they're wanting to build on that. Maybe they're wanting to try to, be in that situation. And as I say, retreat from yourself, really. Okay, so let's now take a look at the advice on whether it is worth your while holding on to this connection or letting it go. Is this something that's going to continue? You might be thinking, gosh, just listening from that, you might be thinking, well, if that's how they're feeling or that's what they're doing, then, I don't need to listen to the next bit because I know I'm going to pull out of that one. But let's lay some cards and see what they say in terms of whether you should hold on or whether you should let this situation go. So let's ask for pile number 1. Should they hold on to this relationship or should they let it go? Should they hold on to this relationship or should they let it go? So we have home, card number 44. Should they hold on to this relationship or should they let it go? Yes. Okay. I'm going to have one more, I think. put it down here. Should they hold on to this relationship or should they let it go? Should they hold on or should they let it go? First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. Well, it seems to be, doesn't it, from these oracle cards, that despite this, that there seems to be guidance here to kind of hold on to this situation, which surprises me. But it might be that it's not necessarily a focus on one person that this person is wanting, but maybe they're wanting just a bit of freedom initially, or they're wanting a bit of freedom or a little bit of downtime or something like that. Maybe they just want to flirt with others, or they want to get away from the seriousness of you and them. I don't know. So it could just be that it's kind of like a phase. But again, it's like it's how much you want to tolerate, really, isn't it? But from these cards, it seems to be to hold on. But let's get out the tarot and see. So let's ask. Should they hold on to this connection or let it go? Should they hold on or let it go? So we have the Ten of Cups. Gosh, you can see you've got Ten of Cups again. King of Pentacles. Hanged Man. And the Fool. Yeah, I think what this is saying is, yeah, that you should hold on. That you should hold on to this connection because this is a temporary kind of like phase, if you like, a temporary time. Or maybe this person has just thought, oh God, I just need a break. I just need to get away. Maybe they think they want that, and that isn't really. And in that moment of no contact, they'll have some kind of realization here with the Hanged Man. They'll have some kind of realization where they'll see things differently, and they'll realize that it's actually this connection that they want. So in that respect, and then they'll want to start again with the Fool. They'll want to begin again with you. So I would say that yes, this person is not silent at the moment because they need a break. They want to, maybe they want to mess around a bit, or maybe they want to, maybe they want to kind of like just have a little bit of freedom, or have a little bit of downtime from the relationship, or maybe it's all got too stressful for them, or what have you. But I think what will happen is they'll have some kind of realization. So it's really about whether you would forgive them that kind of that kind of break, if you know what I mean, or forgive them that kind of behaviour and take them back. And only you can decide that. Only you can decide that. But I would say that these cards seem to be saying, if you can, to hang on in there, because this person will have a change of heart. They will have a change of mind. They will see things differently. They will decide to come back, to connect in with you, to show interest and want to be, with the Fool card here, want to have a new cycle with you, want to start again with you. Because maybe they'll realise, with the Home card here and the Yes, that the relationship is really one that they want. So that's what I mean. Like maybe it's a temporary with a boundary. There's a temporary boundary they're putting up, a temporary, defence mechanism, or maybe there's something around them feeling, maybe this relationship made them feel vulnerable, maybe it made them feel like they were getting in too deep, maybe they weren't ready for that, and maybe they reacted and pulled back and retreated and thought, oh no, I want my freedom, I want to do this, I want to do that, it's all getting a bit too serious. But I think in that time with the Hanged Man, they will realise really and see it from a different point of view, and they will decide that this relationship does make them feel really happy. And with the King of Pentacles, I feel there'll be like renewed commitment to the relationship, or renewed a renewed sense of commitment here with the King of Pentacles and Home, because they will have realised that they want to be with you. And we also have the Go the Distance card, so something about them realising that this is the relationship that they really want to be in. But it's really about, I suppose it's all down to individuals, isn't it, really, about how much you're willing to tolerate in a situation, and how, you know, how much you're prepared to forgive. I mean, if this is just happened kind of once, then you might be thinking, yeah, then I can give them a second chance. I can forgive them. But I guess if they're, you know, if they do it a few times, then obviously they maybe are less trustworthy. But in this reading, it seems to be that it is saying for you to hold on to the connection, and they will come forward again. Okay, they will come forward again, and they will want, they will want some kind of new beginning here. So let's get out a message card. Let's get out some message cards for you then. So I need to be careful with these ones because they have naked images, and YouTube doesn't like any naked images. So I just need to look at them, just the back, a message on the back, not the actual image. So what have we got here? So let's see, what messages are there for pile number 1? So let's see what messages are there for pile number 1. I've got that one, got that one, got that one, that one. Okay, and we've got this one. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got this one which says reflection. It says, give each other some space at the moment. Well, that's very apt, isn't it? Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Which is kind of what I was saying there. But then we also have one here that says, only time will tell. So I feel like there's something about this relationship that does need to be in separation at the moment, or it does need to be a break in it at the moment, right? Then we've got, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. There's something about giving space in this connection. At the moment, there needs to be space. There needs to be a boundary. There needs to be separation. Somebody, maybe this person needs space at the moment. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Okay, so then we've got here, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you'll be surprised where it leads. And then we have a twin flame card here. Your passion ignites. Well, if you believe in twin flames and twin flame journey, I mean, it can be very, very tricky, that journey, because, there can be a lot of to and froing, running and chasing, as you can go on for years where you sort of go backwards and forwards because there's something about it that kind of just draws you to it. But then there's also a lot of triggering that goes on as well. And unless both people are really, really very kind of sorted in themselves, that kind of pattern can happen a lot in a twin flame connection. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up. Show me some love. Subscribe and leave a comment. But otherwise, have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your readings. So today we are asking, why is your person still silent? Why are they not reaching out? Why are they not connecting? So you're in a no contact situation, and you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is the initiation card, and it says Journey to Wisdom. Okay, so that is the card that you have chosen, along with the Amethyst crystal here. Just going to show you that there. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to put that on our card. How is everyone? Is everyone doing well? I hope so. Sending you all my love and light, as always. Reminding you, this is a general reading, so please just take the messages that resonate. And it's also timeless. So whenever you find it, it should hopefully be relevant to your situation. But let's ask for pile number 2. Now, let's first of all ask, why is their person still silent? Why are they not reaching out? Why do they not want to communicate? Why are they not connecting? Why is it still no contact from them? What is going on with them? Why are they still silent? So let's ask, why are they still silent, please? I feel like it's actually that one. I'm going to take that one out there, and I'm going to have a little look and see. So we've got universe. The universe is guiding you towards that special someone. Just let everything take its course. And they might be questioning the connection with the journey to wisdom. The universe is guiding you. So they might need time. They might be still being silent because they're working things out, right? Because they're trying to work things out. They're trying to, maybe they're trying to seek guidance. They're trying to work out whether this connection is right for them or not still, whether you and them are right at the moment, whether there is hope for this relationship. They're trying to get answers. They're trying to find out. So they're still thinking about the connection, but they're trying to work it out. They're trying to work it out and work out how they feel and what they want to do. So it could be that. So let's also, why are they still silent? Why is pile number 2 person still silent? To be fair. So they might be wanting to be fair in this relationship. They might not want to jump back in if they're not clear or sure about how they feel. So maybe it's important for them to be fair, to be honest, to come back, if they're going to come back into the situation, to come back in the right way. So they could also be weighing things up. As I said, there's a lot of energy here around weighing it up, looking at it, questioning it, spending a lot of time thinking about it, wanting to do the right thing maybe, I don't know. But let's get out the tarot and see. So why is this person, not wanting to give you false hope or not wanting to behave in a way that isn't right? So the best option is to just remain silent at the moment or to not connect in. So why are they still silent for pile number 2? Why are they still silent? We have, I'm going to cover that one up again because this one came out in pile number 1. Just to be careful with YouTube because they can strike me, which they've done before, which is not always great. Okay. Sorry, I had these ones as well, didn't I? So let's have a look. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Hierophant. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I think at the moment with the 9 of Wands, the current energy is the 9 of Wands, which is a tough energy. It's a hard energy. It's an energy of feeling worn out and tired. So I feel like this person is very worn out and tired by this relationship. But I do feel... actually, what I'm going to do, before I say anything like that, first of all, I would say this person is definitely thinking about you. For sure, right? They are definitely still thinking about you, and they might be thinking back very nostalgically and very lovingly, okay, about this relationship. There does seem to be also the Star, which can be about hoping, wishing, dreaming, and healing. So the 6 of Cups is like a loving energy. Maybe this is a relationship where you've been in it a long time, or you've known this person for a long time. So I feel like this person might be looking back fondly on memories and giving it a lot of thought, reflecting on this relationship and looking back over photos or, I don't know, things that you've done together in the past or memories, looking back over memories. Okay, so they're thinking, I do believe they're thinking with you with fondness. Okay, I do believe that, for sure. Okay, but they are tired. With the 9 of Wands here, there is a sense of exhaustion to them. Maybe this relationship, they just need a little bit of time, right? For rest, for recuperation, to recover. There's something about feeling beaten down, or maybe it's just been tough. Because that is the energy really of the 9 of Wands. It's an energy of challenges. But I do... I do feel that this person wants to heal this situation, actually. I do feel they want to heal it with the Star, because the 9 of Wands is also an energy of standing strong in the face of adversity, right? So that's the overarching energy. So I think this person is just... The reason why they're still silent is because they just need a bit of time to recover themselves. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Maybe they just need a break, a moment to retreat, a step back. But they're definitely still thinking of you. But there's something about maybe them feeling like... There could be question marks around, if I go back to pile number 2 or if I connect pile number 2, I've got to be certain that I'm going to commit to them. That I'm going to give my all to the relationship. That I'm going to... there's something about commitment. So this person might be being silent because maybe even though they care a lot about you, they could be questioning and wanting to be sure that they can commit to the relationship. So that might be holding them back a little bit, at the kind of weighing up whether they can commit to you, and commit I don't know if it's necessarily to you. It might be about whether they can provide for you, whether they can give you a good life, whether they can give you what you deserve. So there could be something like around that they are questioning whether they can provide for you, whether they can give you the life that they want to give you. There might be some fears in them around whether they can do that. And also maybe they're thinking you really want that, that's something that's really important to you, and they are at the moment just weighing all of that up about whether they are able to give you that. And again, I think it's linked to materially as well, whether they can provide for you materially. It could also, because I don't think there's any question about how they feel about you, but there's something maybe about them wondering in themselves whether they can do a conventional commitment. So maybe you want marriage, engagement, that sort of conventional route, moving in together, that kind of thing. And it could be that's making them think, well, can I provide that? Can I give that to pile number 2? I know how I feel about them, but can I do that? Or something like that. Should I leave them alone? Should I leave them alone and let them start again, or maybe me start again with someone else? So that's also in their mind, you know. So they're weighing a lot up, but it's not that they don't care about you. They do care about you, but there's some block, I think, to them thinking whether they can give you what you want in some sort of conventional way or with commitment or something like that. So they want to be fair and they want to be honest, right? And so they could be weighing up, you know, should I hang on in there and fight for this? Or even though I really, because I really love pile number 2, or is it kinder and better to let them go and start again? So there's definitely that going on. But there's something, I feel like there's more of an energy of I want to try and heal this. I want to try and hold on to this. But let's see. So what have we got? So we've got Aquarius, we've got Virgo, we've got Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces, and also Taurus, as well as Sagittarius. But let's actually just get some cards out. And I'm actually going to get out a message card, because these are blocks to love, right? These cards are blocks to love. So why is this person still silent? Let's see if we can get a message card out on that. Why are they still silent? Belief that everyone betrays. A belief that, so maybe there's something about a lack of trust, maybe in themselves, or a lack of trust in their ability to be able to commit fully, something like that. Maybe a lack of trust in other people, which means they find it difficult to commit. I don't know. But let's see what we've got in terms of now. Should you hold on or should you let them go? So should pile number 2 hold on to this connection, or should they let it go? Should they hold on to this connection? You know, is this person ever going to be able to you know, give you what you need, commit to it, be solid, that kind of thing? Should they hold on to this connection or let them go? This came out in pile number 1 with the word home, card number 44. Should they hold on? Should they let go of this connection? Look, it's that one. Get more information. So again, that goes with the whole thing about needing time to, to weigh things up, to find, you know, to get guidance, to maybe read, to study, to look into it, to, you know. So I feel like this person needs a bit of time, really. That's kind of what I'm picking up. Let's see. So should they? Maybe you need more time as well. So maybe you need to get more information, actually. So because we're asking, aren't we? Should you let this connection go, or should you hold on? So maybe this is saying, well, you know, just at the moment, maybe you need a bit more information before you make that decision. Or maybe you need to give yourself time to reflect on it. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. Okay, know you are loved. I'm going to put that, can we see that? Not really. Let's put that there. No, you are loved. Okay. Actually, what I might do is put it here. Yeah. All right, so let's get out some tarot. So let's ask, should pile number 2 leave this connection or should they hold on to it? So we have the Knight of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups. Oh, okay. We have the Fool card. The 3 of Cups. I'm just going to move these over slightly. And then the last one is the Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Cups. Yeah, so there's, I think on your part, there's definitely confusion about this relationship. And I think what this is saying, actually, is that you need to, I think what this, for both of you, actually, I think there needs to be more time apart. I think you do need to spend a little bit more time apart to work out what you both really want and also whether this is the right relationship for you. And I think that you are already feeling that, because I think there's potential, there's a huge potential for this relationship, but there's some sort of like, I think there's some kind of block to it, and I think it's because it lacks commitment. And I think that's the fear on your person's part. And I think it's maybe what you want. And it's what they are, it's basically what they are struggling with. I think they're struggling with a sense of being able to fully commit. Yeah, being able to fully commit. You are loved. I mean, that's the thing. That's what I'm picking up. This person does love you. They do care about you, right? For sure. They do care about you with the Knight of Cups here as well. Okay, so there is love, for sure. There's a strong feeling, right? But there's something about it which is also a little bit unreliable with the Wheel of Fortune. Something that isn't steady. And I think that's the big block here. And I think both of you need a bit more time to reflect rather than make any big decisions about whether you let it go or whether you hold on to it. I think it needs, I know it's hard, but I think you actually just need to sit in the situation at the moment, right? And yeah, maybe get more information, think more on it, meditate on it more. Yeah, and there needs to be no contact between you. Whilst you do that, there needs to be a sense of silence. Right, because I think this has a potential to start again or to be let go of. I think that is both there within it, right? And I think at the moment there is, I know we're asking whether you should let it go or whether you should hold on to it, but I think at the moment it's like you, well, I suppose at the end of the day it is about not letting go of it, about just sitting in the undecidedness of it. So you haven't fully let it go, but you're not fully focused on it. You're not fully embracing it. You know, you need time to just take a step back, both of you, and kind of reflect, so that you can, if you do decide to get back together, you're both fully in it. You're both fully committed. And I think that's more for your person. I think your person, although they feel a lot for you, is got big doubts about whether they can actually support you, whether they can give you what you need, whether they can fully commit. And I think you pick up on this. You kind of know this, really. And that might just be their nature. They might just be in their nature to be like that. So what else can we ask? So the advice, I think, is for you to sort of, it's a funny one really, is for you to kind of have one foot in and one foot out. So to kind of not completely let go of it, but at the same time not be totally focused on it, right? Because I really feel that this situation could heal and repair, or it could be let go of. So, I mean, what can we ask here? Let's just get out some message cards, because that might be clearer for us. What are the message cards for file number 2? Or maybe we can ask, actually, what's the time frame for you to hold on to this for them? What's the time frame that pile number 2 should still, give their partner or this person the time to maybe make that decision about whether they can fully commit. You know, how long should pile number 2 wait for that? So we've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Tower. And what's at the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, what this is saying is to not give it too long, really, because the Knight of Swords and the Tower is very, very, very instant, sudden energy. So what I would say to this is to give yourself a time frame, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no more than a month, really, to give yourself that time to make a decision. And if your person hasn't reached out to you by then, or they're still sort of dithering with the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups can be a little bit of dithering energy, for you to decide for yourself to let it go. So to hold on for a few weeks, few more weeks, 2, 3, 4 at the most, to give them that space that we were talking about, to give them that space to finally reach out or whatever. But after that time, for you to make the bold decision to let this situation go, with the Ace of Swords here and the Knight of Swords, to be decisive. Otherwise, you know, it could kind of drag on and on and on, really. So although this person does care for you, they do feel that a big part of them wants to heal it, they do care about you, you can't be hanging on to that forever, can you? You can't be constantly sort of waiting for them to make their mind up. And I think these cards really show that. So although you need to both be in the silence at the moment, you need to both be reflective, you need to both just sit in that. You can't sit in that forever. And I think that's what these cards are saying. You can't sit in that forever. You need to make a decision. It might be you that has to make that decision. And I think the decision will be that if this person hasn't got in touch with you, or they haven't reached out, or they haven't shown any willingness to come back and to commit and all the rest of it, is to then let it go. Right? So to not give yourself more than, at the most, I would say 3 or 4 weeks from this reading date, and then make that decision to start again boldly on your own, because it might just be that it's not a lack of feeling, but it's just that you're on different pages in terms of, you know, where you want or what you want a relationship to be in your life. You know, you might be wanting, and I feel like you might be wanting more commitment, and they're just not ready for that. So it's a question of not being on the same page, not a question of lack of feeling. But even if you do love someone and you do care about them, if they don't want the same things of you, you know, if you're not on the same page in terms of where the relationship is going or where you want to head to, you know, that's going to cause a lot of distress. It's going to cause a lot of stress. It's going to cause a lot of, you know, where you're going to be feeling like, God, you know, I'm not getting anywhere in this relationship. We're not moving towards where I want it to move towards. I know that they love me, but I need more than that. So I feel like that's what it's saying, is can you give yourself a strict timeline? I was going there because I was thinking of pile number 1 actually, with a boundary. But you give yourself a strict boundary and a strict timeline. And that's what the cards are saying. Pile number 2. And that's where I'm going to leave it, actually. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't be shy. Show me some love. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave a comment. All of that will be gratefully received. But otherwise, have a great day. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So today we're doing a reading on your person of interest, and we're asking... sorry, you can hear my washing machine in the background there. I apologise for that. It should be finished now. So yeah, so we're asking why is this person, your person of interest, why are they silent? Why are they not reaching out? Why are they not connecting? Why are they still holding back? What should you do? Should you hold on, or should you let the connection go? So you came in on this card, which is the Threshold card, and it says, trust yourself to cross the boundary. Trust yourself to cross the boundary. Okay. Also with the obsidian stone here. Right. Okay. Super duper. So let's put our stone there on our card so we can see it. Hope everyone's doing well. Send you all my love and light wherever you are in the world, reminding you that we are doing a general reading. So please just take the messages that resonate, and it's also timeless. So whenever you pick the reading up, it should be relevant. But let's get out a couple of oracle cards first on, why are they still silent? Why are they not connecting? Obviously in a no contact situation. What's holding them back? What's stopping them from reaching out? What's going on with pile number one's person? Link. The bond of love grows stronger over time. Okay. Okay, so why are they not reaching out? Why are they still silent? Why are they still silent? Deep knowing. It could be that they're trying to play, and the kind of phrase I'm getting is they're sort of like playing a little bit like hard to get. Do you know what I mean? So by being silent, they're hoping that you will miss them more, right? So they're hoping that you are thinking about them more. They're trying to be they're trying to, in a funny kind of way, they're trying to kind of gauge your interest a bit more, maybe, I don't know. It could also be that they're feeling love still very much in this connection, even though they're not saying anything or they're not reaching out. They're still thinking about you. They're still feeling very linked to you, maybe hoping that you're still linked to them. Maybe there's something about them being on the threshold of wanting to connect in, wanting to cross the boundary, to move forward with you. But let's see what else comes out before we go further with that. So why is this person still silent? So maybe that maybe they're not going to be silent for very long, but let's see. It's probably too early to say. So let's ask. So why is pile number three's person still silent? So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Excuse me. Oh, a little bit of a sneeze there. Ten of Wands. Oh, okay. The King of Cups. Why are they still silent? Now, it could be that there are choices in this relationship. So maybe this is a third-party situation that some of you are linked into here. Because it could be two people at the moment that this person is involved with or interested in, and you might be one of them. I mean, there's an air of feeling of maybe being confused here with the Seven of Cups. So this person might be experiencing a lot of confusion, and it could be confusion over their feelings for more than one person. And I've just got to be honest, right? With the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, they might be feeling confused. They might be feeling like there's a lot of choices. And that is what is preventing them from reaching out to you. Now, the Ten of Wands shows that this situation is heavy. Right, so they're feeling that this connection or this relationship is heavy at the moment with the Ten of Wands, okay? And there's confusion. So it's heavy and it's confusing, and it might be that's causing them to stay silent or to retreat because they're finding it hard to face, right? Finding it hard to face the situation. Now, the overarching energy is the King of Cups, which is actually a loving energy. And we do have the bond of love grows stronger over time. So there is a feeling of love. I do feel like this person has a feeling of a love, but it might be that it's kind of like not just directed at you. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, right? That there's something about maybe their eye being drawn as well to more than you, and that might be why we've got the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups is about choices. It's about having lots of options, having lots of choices, not being clear about which choice to make, right? It could be that's the burden. So it may be that this person likes you, but they also have feelings or are drawn to somebody else as well. And it could be that you're already in a three-party or a three-way situation, right? This is a situationship or a third-party situation or a relationship, whatever, and you know about this person, or depending on how long you've been in a no-contact situation, this person has is attracted to someone else, or there's somebody else in the mix, if you like, and that's preventing them from reaching out to you. Okay, so I've just got to be honest. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So there are feelings of love here, but like I say, it might be that it's not only to you, but to someone else. So there's confusion and a sense of heaviness, a sense of feeling burdened by that as well. So I would say that that's more of a burden maybe to this person. You know, if they're interested in more than one person or interested in you and somebody else, that's feeling like a heavy load or a burden really, even though there is love. Okay. Okay, so let's get out. I mean, these cards are, what do I see in terms of zodiac signs? So I see, obviously, all the earth and fire signs of Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, and Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Yeah, so there might be something about they not being able to make a choice. There are choices, but it's difficult to make a choice because both of, if this is a situation where there's two people, you're in three-way, there's like they're both on a kind of an equal footing. They're both really attractive to this person, but in different ways. But they're both on an, they're both, this person is equally interested in both of you, something like that, and that's causing them to clam up almost. They're not sure. So let's find out. These are shadows to love. Let's find out. So why are they still silent? Why are they still silent? Please, why are they still silent? Codependency. Right, so maybe there was some codependency in this relationship, or this person is feeling that there was some codependency issues. So maybe they were feeling the connection wasn't a healthy one. Something like that. Maybe with the King of Cups, that this is something about wanting to, if it was codependent and difficult and heavy, maybe this person is feeling that they want in a more loving relationship. They want in a more loving bond. And maybe at the moment they feel that they're not able to get that in this relationship, and that's preventing them from reaching out. It just feels very heavy and difficult, possibly. But let's get out another couple of oracle cards in terms now of, should you hold on to this connection or should you let it go? Because I feel like you've got a lot of confusion with this person. Particularly if they're interested in other people, they feel the situation is heavy. Let's see, should you hold on to this connection or should you let it go? Should pile number 3 hold on or let go? Changes, card number 29, changes. Should they hold on or let this connection go? Go. Oh, okay, go, the time is right. Well, that's pretty clear, isn't it? Go, the time is right. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Should they hold on or let go? New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Now, Scorpio is the sign of secrets and the shadow. Now, I wanted to say the shadow here when I was looking at this bat. I feel like maybe this person has a lot of shadow to them. or a shadow side, which might make it difficult for you to be in a connection with them anyway. But let's see what we've got here. So should you hold on or let go of this relationship? Nine of Cups, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Lovers. Yeah, there's definitely something about this situation which is either three-way or there's somebody else. Because the Lovers is also a card of choice, and then you've got the Five of Wands, and that's about competition. So I feel like with this person, you might be competing with somebody else for their attention, even if you know about that or if you don't know about that. So it could be that you already know about that, or it could be that depending on how long you've been in no contact with them or in separation with them, there's someone else on their radar, really. And it could be that this person is... although you are equally attractive, this person is focusing in on that other person because they are scared to do the work that is required in an actual relationship. So there's something about, yeah, this person has a lot of shadow to them in the sense that they maybe find it difficult to commit or difficult to really put the work in to a relationship. That's what I'm feeling here. Whereas with the Go Deeper, I think you are maybe more willing to go with the ups and downs of a relationship, whereas I think this person is just wanting all the good bits, really, and when it gets a bit tricky or a little bit difficult, they find that hard to be around. And I think that they're silent because maybe this is a bit of a challenge, this relationship, or this is a little bit difficult for them, and so it's kind of just easier for them to focus on someone else that's not giving them what they see as the challenges. But really you get that in all relationships. You know, all relationships have challenges. It's about whether you're willing to stick at it and move through it as much as you can to if it's worth doing that for. But I think this person is even at the point where they would kind of never even be at that point because they would always be thinking, oh, well, as soon as there's a first obstacle or whatever, then I'm off kind of thing. I think that's the sort of kind of energy that I'm getting here. So it feels to me like, although this relationship is probably a little bit of a fantasy for you and a little bit of a wish for you, right, a dream for you, and that you might feel that you really care about this person, you really love this person, I think really, to be honest, this person is probably can't match your level of energy and commitment and focus and love. So they do care about you, but not in anything like the same way as you care about them. I think that's just probably what I'm thinking here, really. And that for you, there needs to be a change. Although this person remains a wish, that you feel that you are very much in love with them, or that maybe they've just been very good at saying that they care about you and love you. I'm kind of getting the phrase love bombing. They might have done a bit of love bombing. I feel like really... it's time to move away with the Six of Swords here. It's to move slowly away and with the changes from this situation, from this relationship, to be honest. I do feel that. And I think when you do that, you'll have more peace. And it's got to go, the time is right? Because it might be that you've always had to share this person and you know about that. Or it might be that you don't know about that, as I said before, but there's definitely this person's interest or focus is also on someone else, as well as you, but they are on someone else, and they'll always go to the person that's going to give them what they feel is the easiest time, the easiest ride, the one that's not going to challenge them or not going to make them look at themselves or not going to, want too much from them. And that's not to say that you've wanted a huge amount from them. You just really want to, you're just reasonable. You just want them to, be decent in the relationship and for there to be a future for the relationship. Right? I think this person only really wants things their way, really. And I think they're ready, maybe, to... I think in many ways, if they're honest, they are ready to let this relationship go as well. They are wanting to let this relationship go. And I think that you are advised here, as much as it remains a dream and a wish, for you to let it go, really, to don't try and hang on, to stop trying to hang on to what is essentially maybe a little bit of a fantasy now, a little bit of a dream. Maybe you have, maybe this person has really shown you their good side, or really shown you or shown that they care about you, but it's not, I get the sense it's not really authentic, if you know what I mean. That's why I've got this whole thing about love bombing. I feel like they might have really kind of, drawn you in and then dropped you, right? And I think that what you need to think about now is yourself, and don't hold on to what is essentially something that that isn't really real, and that you can't really have. It's about letting that go now, because with the codependency as well, there might have been a lot of behaviours which weren't right, really. So it's about letting that go now. I feel like you need to let that go, make some changes, and maybe there needs to just be a lot of you going inwards and really reflecting on the reality of the relationship. How was it really? How was this person really? How did they really treat you? And I think when you do that, you'll recognise that it's better for you to release this situation, to let it go, because I feel like you're always going to be, they're not somebody that you can rely on. You're always going to have to be competing with other people for their attention. It's never going to be just you and them. They're always going to be torn or not committed or something like that. And that's essentially going to cause a lot of stress and a lot of pain, particularly if you want a committed, relationship with somebody where it's just you and them, and you're growing together, you're moving in the relationship together, rather than having these other outside influences that seem to be around this person, and maybe have always been around this person since you've been with them. So it's really about just sort of thinking, no, I want peace now in my life. I want to move into a more peaceful situation, and if that means letting this person go, then that's kind of what I need to do. So I feel like that is what you're being asked to do in this reading, is to let this relationship go, right? Because you can't really rely on this person, and it feels to me like they are on the verge of letting it go as well, if I'm honest, really. So I'm going to leave it there for you, pile number 3. I hope you found the reading helpful. If maybe not what you wanted to hear, but I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, don't be shy. Show me some love. Please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. All of that is gratefully received. But otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.